Hey, coaches, welcome back to Football Talk with Coach Chip. Today we're going to be talking about a run screen option that you can run with the buck, the power, the zone, pretty much any inside play. If you're a trap team, I believe you probably run it off the counter. Okay, so let's check that out right after I show you what you can get from Football Talk with Coach Chip. Okay, these are available from me to you for nothing. Free PDFs that I'll email to you for just sharing and or subscribing to Football Talk with Coach Chip on YouTube. What you do is you send me the receipts. Take screenshot it where you shared it, screenshot where you subscribe to it. Okay, so that way if you're a new subscriber, you can benefit from this. And if you're a long-time subscriber, and there's a heap of you, about 1,300 strong now, okay, and thank you very much for that. About 1,300 strong already subscribing. So if you're already subscribing and you see something on this list that you would like sent to your email as a shareable PDF, something you can share with other coaches, you can put it up on the screen and share it with your players. Everything you see right here is available to you for nothing more than sending me proof that you have shared and or subscribed to Football Talk with Coach Chip on YouTube. If you want to subscribe and then share it and send me both those, and you ask for two, I'll send you two of them. Okay? So you get buck blocking presentation, the buck with a backside RPO, spread duo series, which was a big hit, a bunch of views, a complete run package, and various ways to run the power. A gap power, B gap power, even C gap power, almost a power sweep kind of thing. And that was a pretty popular one as well. So if you want to get your hands on that, just share and subscribe. Football Talk with Coach Chip. Okay, send me the receipts. I'll put the email address up before the end of the video. That's at siegel.chip@gmail.com. It'll be up there in a few minutes. All right, first let's look here. Let's look at it off buck. Now, first off, let me say, any play, to me, like an off tackle play, right here, or maybe even your inside zone here, your power, maybe even your counter right here. Okay, but I wouldn't say GT counter because you need to use your tackle, as you can see. This will work. Okay, so what you do, it's a run, it's an RSO, run screen option. You can just call it if you know what they're going to be doing, or you can call it as an option. You can just put it in as like a play action screen, or you can run it as a run screen option. It's a great way to move on to other RPOs because it's pretty easy if your kid can throw this screen out here. All right, I like throwing it to the left. It's an easier throw for the quarterback. All right, so we got buck right called. I won't get in how to block buck. We'll put that stuff down at the bottom in the comments, and you can go to that and see, or you can get one of the free presentations that tell you how you block buck. Okay, and the quarterback is going to read the backside defensive end. Okay, and if he squeezes when that tackle goes to block down, then the quarterback's going to disconnect and whip it right here. And this guy's just running the kind of like the tunnel screen. He's going to tell you ever what you coach. Some guys say 3 steps or whatever. You know what I do? I start out with 3 steps, and I tell kids to do whatever it takes for you to get back. We have the screen drill. I'll link that at the bottom. And if I could figure out how to do it, I'll link it right up here and have a little pop-up right about now at the 4:05 mark. And so what I do, I tell them to go up the field, let's just say 3 steps, and then return to this point right here. Return right here. And I always put a cone there in practice and come back. Quarterback's going to whip it out there. He's going to ride that wave. Number 2 is going to push up the field. And the reason why you don't want to go straight to him, because that elongates the block, it extends the block, and it's more likely you get beat on that block when you go straight to him to stalk him. So what we teach him to do is run his fanny up the field just a little bit, push this guy. You may even get this guy to give a little ground if he's out there playing you on your head, thinking you're going out for a pass, getting ready to wall you off or something. And then you bend it back over here, okay, like you're running a speed out almost, and you kick the corner. All right, the tackle's going to take whatever it takes for you. And you've seen this done. I notice a lot of outside zone teams in the college game do something similar to this. And you go down 1, 2, 3, something like that. Play with it. Okay, play with it during the off season. Figure out how many steps you got to take. You come down and then come right back out. And he's looking to do it, kick what I call the sidewalk or the sidewalk player. Okay, this is, no, excuse me, the alley player. This is the sidewalk out here. From the bottom of the numbers to the sideline is the sidewalk. So number 2 is kind of kicking the sidewalk guy. All right, this is the alley right here. Now we're short of the rat kill. Those of y'all that it's the rat killer who comes out the guard and looks inside, or the center, depending on how you do it. And the reason why is because that's where you got the option. You can still run your buck. Okay? If that end sits, you give it. If the end runs up field or comes like this toward the quarterback don't want to pull and throw then, that guy's going to hit him in the mouth. Okay? If the end squeezes, so this is a really good play against squeezing teams. Those 5 techniques are coached up well, and they're getting down right here. Squeezing can run that play down, run the power down, run the zone down, run the buck down over here. So what you want to do against those teams, put this in. Put this in. Have it in your pocket, because you won't be able to use it every week, because you don't want to run it against a guy that runs up the field, because he can run up the field and get his hands in the way. You don't want to run it against a guy that just sits there. You don't run it against a guy that comes at an angle right here at the quarterback, going to hit him. But a squeezing team. So if you're in a league, a bunch of well-coached DNs, this is a great play for you. And again, if you're not a buck person, you don't have to do it off buck. You can do it off other plays. Like, look here. Here's power. Same scenario. Look, everything's the same. Everything's the same. Taking his steps upfield, coming back right here to this point, and then finding that wave of blocks, getting that. What he's doing is finding that tackles block. Now, this outside linebacker has come inside when he sees action away. You got to teach your tackle. When that happens, he's got to kind of log him, block him outside in. Okay, get outside of him and then pin him inside if this kid comes inside. That's another reason why we push number 2 right here. We want this guy to feel threatened in the flat, and you do that by you throwing your access throws. If you're an RPO team, making that guy stay at home. So, and this is a case where you kind of want him to stay at home so you can kick him out. But if he does, if he plays in here, he's apexed on the snap, okay? Tell your tackles got to get out there. He's just got to get on that guy, get in his business, so he cannot make the play. And of course, this guy, if your number 1 sees him lined up in here, his exit angle is going to be more in here, his path, in the alley right here, instead of way in here toward the middle of the field. So you can run it off power. Again, you run it off the zone. Okay, you run it off the outside zone this way. I just used 2 running plays that I've got a lot of video on here on the Coach Chip channel. And it's things that I use a lot. Power and buck are 2 of my favorite plays, 1A and 1B. And somebody asked me which one's your favorite the other day, and I said, it depends on what day it is. I said, because I said, what can I say? I'm fickle. And, if you're a duo team, we've been talking about that. Whatever it is you do, inside run, anything with that end to squeeze like that. And this is a good, outstanding way to do it. All right, don't forget, you can email me at siegel.chip@gmail.com. Go back to the front of the video to see the list of the freebies, the PDF presentations you can get. Some are short, some are like 12, 15 pages. And they're presentations from previous YouTube's videos that I've done. And what you do is you get a copy of it, and it's a shareable PDF. It's not like my books that you can't share, but you can share it with your friends, share it with your coaching buddies. You can share it with your players. You can put it up on the board during the off season when you're teaching them how to block something or how you're going to do it. And it go right there on your multimedia projector. It's a PDF, but it'll present just like a PowerPoint. You just won't have all the animations. All right, speaking of my books, ask me how to get a copy of my playbook and my big book of bucks by hitting me up on Twitter at Chip Siegel or emailing me at siegel.chip@gmail.com. Okay? And that's all you got to do to get you a free copy of one of those presentations is to share my page. And if you want the book, contact me and see how you can get it. What you have to do okay, to get a copy of either one of these books. They're both like over 100 pages, over 100 slides. They're Google Slides. No spam. You won't, I'm not going to hit you up for money and things like that. I may start sending out some emails, just informational things. I've been building up a database of the people I've been corresponding with and people that have gotten some of the freebies from me by subscribing or sharing the page, people that have bought the book. And when something new happens, I may send you an email saying, hey, this is something new. And I may even start sending you an email saying, hey, I just posted this new video, but nothing, bad. And there won't be any kind of, I don't even know what a cookie, I wouldn't know how to attach a cookie to it. Whatever, if you're on Gmail like me, Google may be tracking it and find out, hey, this guy likes football. So you might start getting some pop-ups on your Google, but nothing nefarious like that because I don't know enough to be nefarious and I don't know enough to hack you or anything like that. I can assure you of that. And you can ask any of the subscribers that have seen all the screw ups I've done doing my YouTubes over the years. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Okay, and if you subscribe and share, screenshot it. And if you're on a laptop, take a picture of it, send it to me at siegel.chip@gmail.com, and I will email it to you. Oh, I was going to tell you, the playbook and the big book of bucks are Google Slides. Okay, they present just like you can present them to your players, present them to your coaches, but you can't share them. They're different. Okay, but you can present them. Just do the presentation mode on it. And that'll come to you just as soon as you contact me, and I can get back to my computer, which I'm on right now, and send that to you. They're saved on my computer. But it's my playbook, over 100 pages, and my big book of bucks, okay, just by contacting me and sharing receipts. A few guys just did it on Twitter. They just said, hey, coach, boom, screenshot right there on the Twitter page. Most people sent me an email. That's fine, too. Don't forget, Football Talk with Coach Chip is on Facebook. Okay, join the conversation there. I've been trying to get that going even bigger and better. I really appreciate y'all. Oh, and by the way, email me any ideas you have. It's not that I'm running out of ideas, but I want to do things. I mean, it's football. You're never going to run out. But I want to do things that y'all want to see. Several coaches have hit me up and asked me questions. Hey, I'm thinking about doing this. What do you think of that? And I say, well, here's what I think. And I tell them, oh, by the way, the next week or two, look for a video on this. Okay. And they're just asking me, for advice or asking me what I think for any input. But that's how I get a lot of my ideas. I probably 30, 40% of, especially over the last year, after we kind of established a channel, have been guys, subscriber ideas, viewer ideas. And right now I'm working on 2 books. Really, I'm kind of working on 3. I got big news coming up. I'm going to be on another platform that's going to be coming up over the next several months. Going to be speaking at a lot of clinics across the country next year, Nike and Glacier. And I'm going to be free. That's part of the big news to come to your place, as long as I'm not too far away, and do installs. If you want me to install any things you've learned, the offense, and I'm starting to get more and more stuff. Last year, I went and did an install for a guy in South Alabama over there near Mobile. We did a 2-day install. I met with the coaches in the morning, met with the players in the afternoon, met with the coaches again that evening, got up the next morning, met with the coaches again. Kids came in about 9 or 10, did another install session with them, and that was good. It was kind of like, about a 4-hour install with the kids and about a 4 or 5, 6-hour install with the coaches, because we got on the board and I answered any questions they had. And it's very reasonable, and it's got to do with how far away it is and things like that. I'm going to be available to do more things like that come May, okay? And I'll be able to do it all through the summer. And then next winter and next spring, I'm going to be free. I'm going to be doing I'm getting out of the classroom. I figured 37 years of teaching is good enough. I'm still going to be coaching. That big news is coming up real soon where I'm going to land. Still going to be a coordinator, and what position I'm on, I don't know. And maybe I'll just be one of them good walk-around coordinators like a college game or something like that, but of course at a much smaller school. Well, I've blabbered and run my head enough. The most important stuff is back at the beginning. There you see there you see there you see there. That's what's available. If you'll should subscribe, I'm about to say should share, That's subscribe and share. So share, subscribe, and share Football Talk with Coach Chip. Screenshot it. Send me the receipts at siegel.chip@gmail.com, and I'll send you one of these presentations. Even if you've already done it, do it again. If there's something else you see on here you want, I don't care how often you share it or how often, you can't subscribe but once, but how often you share it, I don't care. Share it. If you've already shared it, like with an email to a friend, now you want to put it on your Facebook page, do that. Screenshot. You want to share it on Twitter, do that. Share it. Just send me the receipts that you've done it. Hey, until next time, y'all know what I'm about to say. Be elite.